Hello everyone and welcome back. If you've made it this far in the videos, I am sure you know what our goal is in case you're joining us late for whatever reason. Welcome to the final 23, because we don't really get to play 1821. Final 23 years of our attempt to form the Roman Empire, starting as the Mamluks. We are almost there, we're so close. I feel like I can taste it. We have a little bit of Spain to eat, a little bit of France to eat, and at some point here in the near future we need to backstab Great Britain. But we left off last time with a cool 149.5% overextension. So, yeah. We're going to be squashing some rebels here early on, probably taking another loan or two. And then we need to declare on France in 2 years. We do not want them to have a chance to actually join a coalition against us or anything like that. So we need to get our army spread out a little bit here. We're likely going to need an army down all the way down there to slay some rebels. I think these guys can handle that just fine. I'll go ahead and get them down that way. We'll probably need an army up in this area. We're going to need an army in Italy proper. And I guess this army can just run around this area and kill rebels. Yeah, we definitely need this army over in here somewhere. We have a lot of nasty unrest in these provinces. So yeah, it'll be mostly Italy, France, and Spain. So we also have a disaster looming. Yeah, we're at 0 stability right now. I doubt we're gonna get enough admin points in the next 6 years, but we might. I don't think we want to raise war taxes. I really want to take our manpower recovery. Nice. This coalition against us is dying. So that's perfect. Everybody just left the coalition against us. I like that a lot. Let's see if we put these guys on automatic rebel suppression. Will they... Why aren't they going to go fight? I've never actually used autonomous rebel suppression because I've heard or read horror stories. Yeah, you're supposed to... Maybe we need to add this area to it, I suppose. Let's see, maybe now they will. There we go. I've heard horror stories where units will run like all the way across the world. So we need 2 rivals. Well, it's definitely going to be Russia. Excuse my cough there. Suppose we can rival Great Britain to break our alliance with them. That's the word that I was looking for. Definitely need to make sure that all of these armies have leaders. You can take that guy and come down here and kill those rebels. So, here's another stability that we've lost. So that's great. I don't think I'm going to boost stability unless we get a whole lot of admin points because... Ooh, Brandenburg on the Commonwealth. Interesting. Yeah, we don't want... I was thinking we might fight Brabant and force vassalize them, but I don't feel like fighting Brandenburg right now. Are these guys not going to go over there? Yeah, you're at war with Spain and Russia. See, this is why I never use autonomous rebel suppression. Like, why are these guys not going to kill that 67k stack? Maybe they don't think that they can win. I mean, I assure you, you can win that fight. I'm like 99% positive that you can, but I guess we'll see. Here might be a little bit nastier. Oh, those guys don't have a leader. Never mind, that should be fine then. If we'd actually taken the -2 crossing penalty, then that could have been really bad. Although it is a mountain fort, so we get +2, would have canceled out, no problem. Yeah, see guys, I told you you could do it. I told you. I think we'll just chill in this province for now. Oh yeah, we have to get all of our armies that are up in here out. Forgot about all those guys. Where do we want them to come? Suppose somewhere over here. Maybe this army can head to this area and split stack down there or something. And that way we'll have an army here and an army there. And we're going to do the little clever use of game mechanics here and just set those dudes over there. Gain professionalism to lose a ton of manpower. Well, I think we'll do it. We're not going to need much manpower to fight France. We shouldn't need much manpower to... Oh, awkward. So Russia just annexed Spain, it looks like. Huh. Interesting. Oh well, I mean we can still take that. It's not really like it's a problem. Yeah, we shouldn't need much manpower for the rebels or to fight France, so I'm alright with going that route. Delhi, no. You cannot have access to my lands, good sir. Alright. Nice. Oh wow, we're actually... That's 1802. Oh, so this could be good. I wonder what's worse. Internal conflicts or aspiration for liberty? I feel like internal conflicts is not as bad, but I don't know. That would be nice if it's not as bad. I guess we have to extend the loan, because if we repay it, we're just going to take another one. It doesn't really make any difference. The outcome will be the same regardless. So wait, is Brandenburg allied with Russia? Oh, they are. So Brandenburg called Russia in against the Commonwealth. That's a whole lot of rebels there. I think that we need another army. We'll send these guys down. Yeah. This army could probably handle it, especially with our 3-star general, but it'll just be kind of easier and smoother. Well, and they can just kill those guys on the way down. We'll send that guy up there. We lost our Diplo dude. Suppose we probably shouldn't hire a guy right now because we're already losing tons and tons of money. Let's see, where do we want this army to go? I guess we have most of our rebellions up here, so they can head that way for now. They can stand there. They all can stand there, no problem. Yeah, that army is still going to move down, so that's good. Alright, go kill those guys. So we have, what, like 2 years of this overextension? 99. Yeah, another year of it. It's not too bad. This is July 99, and this is going to be October. So we'll have to declare on France and then finish mopping up the rebels. We just don't want the French to join the coalition against us. I mean, we'd be able to beat the coalition, I'm like 99% sure. But it would just be extremely annoying to actually have to fight the entire coalition. It would just take so much longer, whereas right now, France is... they're screwed. They're on their own. Well... guess those guys didn't want to fight us after all. Can I select that unit, please? But thankfully they moved to the mountain, so that just makes it way easier for us to kill them. And these guys are actually chilling in Russian lands, so we'll let them do that. I have no problems with... ooh. Lose 5 inflation... gain a stability and gain 5,000 ducats. Holy crap, I like that event. The only problem with that event is it's gonna make this disaster not fire, which means this one will most likely fire. If we're losing 5 inflation, well, we certainly don't need the inflation reduction, do we? So we'll take the interest. Wow. Yeah, we're not going to repay the loans quite yet. Hopefully these guys will try and siege that mountain fort again. That way we can engage them in our territory. Right, those dudes are dead. We'll come up and take care of them. Those dudes are dead. Slaying all the rebels. $99. So let's get a couple of armies. This guy needs to split. That guy's going into position, that's fine. So let's move a couple armies over to crush France. We shouldn't really need more than 1 or 2. These 2 guys could do it pretty easily, but right now they're on rebel duty, so... we'll make sure that all the rebels die. Alright, let's give these guys a leader who doesn't need one. You guys aren't in combat. At least we only have 1 Michael Bay. Well, we have a Michael Bay and a Mustatin Bay. But yeah, before we had 2 generals with the exact, literally the exact same name. That was pretty confusing, honestly. Alright, so you guys can get whatever bay you had back. Michael Bay, Mustafa Bay, whoever it was. I don't remember. This isn't so bad so far. Alright, they're coming down there to handle those guys. Oh, nice! France actually has rebels dunking on them right now. Definitely okay with that. American, welcome back, dude. So, I took your advice yesterday. And I took 3 or 4 extra provinces off of Spain. It was a 99 war score peace deal that I took off of Spain and Russia. you know, so that I mean, this should definitely be eatable in one war, I assume. I imagine. We don't need our next mill idea. Let's take our manpower recovery speed. So how much are we getting now? 4.6. It should go up by quite a bit, I think. We'll actually come back here and get that fort back. Oh, the French handled the rebels. Alright, man, well, I hope you have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I fixed the bot. I realized that I hadn't enabled the chat bot. So now the exclamation point mod works. I knew there was going to be rebels down there. Poland World Contest, we'll see. I'll decide for sure once, like, I should be able to finish this campaign up either this morning or this afternoon at worst. We'll figure out either France or Poland after that. I'm still leaning towards France though, but maybe in honor of you, we'll do Poland. Yeah, Russia just integrated Spain. Which I'm fine with. I mean, it's whatever. It'll still be easy to beat. I mean, we completely crushed Russia plus Spain last time. 99 war score in a couple of years. So it kind of just makes things easier, honestly. Just the Russian fleet will be a lot bigger now, but whatever. Alright, our truce with France has ended, so yeah, let's go ahead and declare on them before... Oh wait, we need our truce with fluoride to end or something? I don't understand this. It just said that we don't have a truce with them. When is our truce with fluoride? July. My navy is way worse than the British Navy. So we're 90 heavy ships down, a bajillion light ships down, and our galleys, this is not considered an inland sea, I don't think, right? Yeah, these are not inland seas, so our galleys are significantly less useful in there. So basically, we're going to have to build probably 100 to 120 heavy ships or something like that. Like a lot of heavy ships. Yeah. We've caught up in Diplotech though. We're actually about to be on par Diplotech. Yeah. See, they take, what, like 2 years to build? Well, let's just start. Some places they're done in under a year, some places it's 2 years, so... We'll just go ahead and build a bunch. The thing I was trying to avoid is I was trying to avoid paying maintenance on them. We don't want it there. It'll take a long time to sail around Africa. How many is this going to end up being? The other issue we're going to have is our admirals are just going to suck compared to their admirals, right? I assume they have good admirals. We have 31 cogs right now, but yeah, we'll probably want... That's 1,000 days. Yeah, we're not building it there. The cogs will build quickly though. What are we at now? It's only 59. Well, let's keep going. Oh, these are only 200 something days in here. Nice. Maybe we'll build like 2 there. Alright, it's 93. It's 110. So it would put us at 189. How many did they have? 169. I'm hoping that we'll be able to catch the British when they're at war with somebody. There we go. Our truce with fluorite has ended. That's good. So now we can declare on the French. Yep. So let's see if we can't just stack wipe these nerds real quick. We should be able to take all their stuff in one war. London and York, yes. So just 2. We only need 2. So as long as we can get in here, it should be fine. I mean, we might even be able to do some shenanigans like landing over here if all their troops are near London. As long as we can control that strait. Here at North Brabant. Where are you going? You're 50%, so we should be super dead, hopefully. What's the French fleet look like? 12 heavies? Where do we have separatists down here? We need to give this army in general. That guy is not in use, so that's fine. Yep. Is this going to be a dead French stack? I don't think so. This battle's taking forever. Where are they going to go, though? Paris, I assume? I imagine that's going to be their retreat. There we go. 3 more professionalism. Nice. Not that we really need all the professionalism we have, but if we get into dire straits as far as manpower is concerned, then yeah, that'll be nice to have. Alright, well, they should be dead right here. Why does everybody want access? Go away. I'm trying to kill the French over here. Wow, how are these guys not dead? Alright, there we go. They're dead now. Yeah, these guys can come up and get some occupations rolling. You know what? We want to do it this way. $60 cogs is how much you think I'll need? Yeah, probably. Did we take this back? Yeah. If their biggest stack right now is 68, that's on the actual British Isles, then yeah. Alright, hopefully these things are about done. They should be super close. There it is. Cleves? Cleves is the Holy Roman Emperor? What the heck? Where even are they? Right there. Nice. Nice Holy Roman Emperor. Yeah, we're probably never repaying the loans that we have right now, honestly. I sincerely doubt that we're going to pay back the 18,000 debt that we have. That's just not going to happen. A, the game ends, and so we just don't have to worry about it, and B, I just don't think that we're gonna have the time, even if we wanted to. I mean, maybe. But with building all these heavy ships, yeah, it's not looking likely. Now, I heard there's some shenanigans that can happen where, like, if separatists in another country end up breaking the, well, you know, enforcing their demands, they could actually, like, take some of your land back. I kind of want to go kill the Russian rebels so that that doesn't happen, but I don't know if that was a bug that they patched. Woo! That's the cores we've been looking for. Now we should be no longer, down to 61%. Much more manageable. That's good. I need more than... Yeah. I'm going to want a significantly larger navy than... Oh, we have... the Timbers can handle that, right? Definitely need a significantly better navy than the British because of all those things you've said, Bernard. That's why I wanted to have, like, at least 20% more heavy ships or something than them. I don't know if that's really going to be possible, though. How are we only at 25% war score? That seems awkward. Well, I guess we're just gonna sit on this then. Nothing else we can really do right now. Yeah, that's not even... This used to be a French province. The only other thing we could do is come down here and take that, but that's occupied by French peasants. And I just don't feel like sailing the fleet all the way down there. That would take forever to sail the fleet down there and back. And we need to betray England soon. Alright, the rebels will take your land even if they're not yours if they occupy one of your provinces. So, okay. So as long as they don't occupy any of my stuff, then they'll only take Russian stuff. And yes, that is 120 heavy ships with a 4-fire admiral. The heck? Somebody's car out there is making an insane amount of noise. We're still losing tons of money. Let's re-mothball. Maybe we should just delete almost all of our forts at this point. Like, we don't need all of these, right? We don't need a... yeah, we don't need a fort there, even though it's in the mountains. We don't need a fort there. We don't want that fort. Suppose we don't even need both of those. Hills, hills, mountains. Probably don't need that one anymore. Shouldn't need that anymore. I mean, the rest of our wars, except for England, should be pretty easy. Down to minus 30 a month. I don't want to drop our army maintenance because last time we did that. Yeah, trade map. So the English, earlier this was up to like 300 something ducats. They're still super rich. I had thought about moving my trade capital to Genoa, but I've actually lost a lot of money somehow or another. I should maybe take one of my merchants, like maybe take this guy and collect here. We actually have 91% in that node. I wonder if it's better to collect in all of these than to transfer. Yes, I have uploaded tons of YouTube videos. That actually presents me with an interesting question I've had, if you guys can give perspective on it. So, I should also probably turn a light on. The plan has been, like, I process a ton of videos, and I upload them and schedule them to release. I need to move my hands over here, like 2 per day. Yeah, I could move my capital. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Bernard. So yeah, it's either I can just like upload 10 at a time and have them all released simultaneously, or I can upload 10 at a time and schedule them 2 per day for 5 days. Like right now, this campaign on YouTube it's going into like March 18th or something, and that's not including yesterday's 6-hour stream or the day before that's like 2-hour stream. Oh, I can't move our port when we're at war. Okay. Well, we can do that soon. Yeah, we could move to Provence, like you were saying. We could steer here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Steer from Alexandria. 1 a day. Do you think people would watch 2 hours worth of a video, though? I was aiming for 30 minutes because I kind of figured that like a 2-hour video might be too much. But yes, I am very quickly getting to an insane amount of videos. Because I guess part of the equation on YouTube, it has to do with like what percentage of your video gets viewed. Like there's some kind of watch time thing in the equation there. I mean, how the heck can we get more war score against France when... Like, I don't want to come down here and take this crap. Maybe if we could call England in, maybe when their war ends. Oh, they're at war with Ming. Well, if, let's say somebody sits down and has 15 minutes, right? They're... Yeah, I don't know, they're doing whatever that takes them 15 minutes. They're taking an extremely long bathroom break at work or something because they're tired of doing work at work. And so they pull out their phone and they watch 15 minutes of the 30-minute video. That's like 50% watched versus 15% or 15 minutes of a much longer video. I don't know, I could try like an hour and see. So steer from Alexandria to Tunis, Sevilla to Genoa, collect in Genoa, Constantinople to Ragusa. And then I guess, yeah, Ragusa would come into there as well. I can definitely do that. Trade is probably the weakest part of my EU4 game. Partially because half the time I'm just too lazy, like at this point in the game, to do anything about it. I just kind of sit my merchants places and like, it's okay. Election, do we want this guy? I don't think we want him, right? Yeah, he's super old. I think we need admin tech, so we'll take some new guy. Another Michael Bay guy. I understand how it works, mostly, I think. I just, like I said, at this point of the game, I just kind of like, oh, National Unrest -2. Thank you, new Michael Bay. Alright, well now we have to kill these guys. Like, I know how they calculate the trade value of any given node, and here comes a train while I'm trying to talk. Oh, nice. He's a pretty decent ruler, too. It probably will fix my economy, honestly. What's our truce here? 1812. Okay, so we have a long time before we need to fight Russia, so we actually have to backstab England pretty soon. So yeah, we might need to build a bunch more heavy ships. A lot of it, well, a good chunk of it is our interest, and a huge chunk of it is our corruption. Are we actually losing corruption? Barely. That's army maintenance. Could we just like sit on our corruption a little bit, make some money? Hopefully we could take a bunch of money from the French. Actually, we probably won't be able to. War score 31, we need 57. We can get 19 more. So we'll be close. We'll be close. I'm actually really worried about this. Oh, there's another stability gone. Man, I was thinking we might potentially be able to stop this event, but it doesn't seem like it. Definitely no point in boosting stability right now. Sure, Pope, you can have access. Yeah, I'll start doing like hour-long videos, I suppose, see how that goes. It'll make it a little bit easier to cut too, because cutting every 30 minutes when you're doing like a 4-hour thing. What's my name? Joe. Well, my full name is Joseph, but I usually go by Joe. And until recently, I always went by Ciez. If you guys are Co2 fans or players, if you go to YouTube and search for Co2 Ciez, you can find some videos, both casts I've done and tournaments I've played in and stuff. Do you have any tips for limiting background sound? I would definitely take them. I think when the air conditioner's on, there's like a very slight like type thing. Yeah, if you have tips for limiting that, let me know, man. I will definitely look at it. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. You could either link it here, and hopefully I'll remember to click it before I close chat, or if you want to PM it to me. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS. That's what I've been using. I'm going to change my trade, but we have to wait until this war is over. So we have to wait until we can peace out France, which is going to take a while, apparently. I mean, I could go ahead and set up the merchants right now. But I think I want to leave the merchants as they are until I actually change the capital. Well, I guess we don't get that much of a boost. By the way, Mr. Bernard, does your name come from Westworld by chance? Yeah. I suppose we could send the fleet down to French Niger. And that's not too far away. I guess they'll get enough morale on their way down. It's an old cartoon of Polar Bear. Huh, okay. I've never heard of it before. And these guys can just meet here or something. So how many heavies do we have now? We're going to be at 188. I have no idea where the actual French fleet is. As long as the English fleet is split, though, that would help quite a bit. Do you think I would make more money if I just went ahead and moved the merchants and collected in Provence and steered? I guess we can't steer from Alexandria while it's our main trade node, right? We have to collect from it. So I have a flagship that has more guns. What did I pick for it? Guns, the Hull, and Naval Tradition. Do you think I should have taken the engagement width one? And can I change it? That's the mountains, whatever. They're rebels, should be fine. So if I'm able to change it, I could change it to the engagement width if that would be significantly better. Oh, the French actually have a fleet down there. Yeah, maybe we can steal some transports. That'd be pretty nice. So I think we're gonna need a few more, like 30 more. -37 minus 18 now. So length of war, yeah, length of war plus ticking war score should fix things. I think we're not going to take this admin tech because as soon as this event fires, we're going to need... We should also rival Great Britain, I think. As soon as the event fires, we're going to need... We can't add rivals all at once, okay. No, not at all, Mr. Bernard. If you read the thingy-mabobbers, my, I don't know, chat rules or whatever it is, chat description, whatever you want to call it, I actually encourage backseat gaming. Like, if you came in here and were like, hey man, you should probably attack the Commonwealth right now, I might be like, I don't think you really know what you're talking about, so I'm not really going to listen to you. But your advice has definitely been useful. I think we just go even more into debt and pay for a +3 advisor so that we can instantly boost stability to +1 when this event fires. I've never actually like invaded mainland Great Britain before. I haven't done a lot in this game, honestly. So like my next campaign is going to be my first ever world conquest attempt. So that should be fun and interesting, and probably we'll have a lot to learn there. We have 100, and let's go to like 200 heavies, and then we can build some more. Oh, we're going to be over fleet limit. Maybe we scrap some of our galleys if we need to once these guys come in. We need 13, that'll put us at 200, and then we can take a bunch of transports. Fun is not one of them. Oh boy. I've heard it's really taxing, like mentally taxing. There we go, 61 transports, 200 heavies. We're gonna have a terrible admiral, so that's gonna suck. But as long as we can hold like this, right, we'll be alright. We can just transport guys into there. Now would have actually been a great time to declare because they have no armies at home. So I think we go ahead and dissolve the alliance now. Ooh, poor Russia. Yeah, this campaign is going to be like 70 or 80 episodes long on YouTube. I suppose unless I crank it up a bit to like hour-long episodes rather than 30 minutes. Either way, it's going to be long. It's going to take a while. So how long is our truce with England? 07, so we have 5 years. Well, basically, we'll have 5 years to squash whatever this disaster is, and go even more into debt. And Barry, sure, have the autonomy. Well, our admiral's dead. Not like we need him right now. Alright, so France will take the peace. I don't feel like waiting around because I want to change all this trade stuff around. So yeah, that's all the French provinces we need. I think we have enough admin to core everything. We do. So let's get our fleet back into friendly waters. And let's get our armies sorted. How, are we over 100%? Yeah, we are. Nice. So we're going to be killing tons of rebels from overextension, and then we're going to be killing tons of rebels from this event. That's going to be glorious. where are we gonna need some armies? We have one down there. Put a couple here. We're gonna need a couple in Italy. Probably 200k guys at least. I don't know, I'll just have to see how big the English army is and how many troops they have in here. I mean, we shouldn't need, as long as we don't have many troops, we shouldn't need much. But like, I feel like 200k will be more than enough. Like, all of that, I doubt all of that's going to be sitting on Great Britain. Oh, first landing? Well, I was building up to 61 transports. Alright, well... there goes all of our stability. So that'll be fun. So how do we end this? We have to get to +1? Wait, we have to get to 3? Is that even going to be remotely possible? We need 190, so we need 600 just to get to 0. That's 800 to get to +1. Which means it's going to be like well over 1200 to get to +3. It'd be like 15 or 1600 to get to +3, right? It's pretty insane. They demand a Republicans. Rebels will never negotiate. I mean, can we just let them enforce their demands? They just want parliamentarism. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst. Screws over absolution. 27,430. Yeah, that makes sense. And oh yeah, we can actually move our trade stuff now. So Provence will be our capital, and we want to then steer. Why can't we steer? Why can't we steer from Alexandria? So we don't need anybody in Tunis. We need to steer from here, right? So he can steer Montic. Okay. Alright, so the beginning of March we can steer. I guess we kill fleet maintenance again for now. Ooh, we're at 117 ducats a month interest. It's pretty nasty. It's a pretty incredible amount of interest. Okay, it's March, so transfer. Do we still need a guy in Hormuz? Probably not. Or Aleppo. Actually, we don't need a guy in Aleppo, right? We have 95% there even without him. In Alexandria, steer towards Tunis. And Sevilla, steer towards Genoa. Wait, can't we steer straight from Alexandria into Genoa, though? Why wouldn't we want to do that? Siege to the Timurids. Do we care about that province? I doubt it. We might. Yeah, you can have the 3 development province. Congratulations. Yeah, but we wouldn't have a merchant in Tunis, would we? Or would we also need to send a merchant to Tunis? Oh, so it counts... It counts other merchants, other people's merchants too? You know what? How much are we over our fleet limit? We need to kill like 40 galleys. Bye. Ah, okay, okay. So, alright, this is going... Well, we can steer towards Tunis and Alexandria. It's either Genoa, Venice, or Constantinople. I could steer here, though, from... I think we want the guy in Gujarat. So I guess we take that guy. It's up to 100 now. Those guys are pretty far away. Oh, it's all good, man. Well, this is up to 168 now, which I think was quite a bit more than what we had there. Oh, that's thunder outside, isn't it? I thought that was somebody's car. It's thunder. We will be steering in Sevilla soon. I just moved a guy there. So, all in all, we'll be steering from Alexandria to Genoa, from Ragusa to Genoa, from Sevilla to Genoa, and then we have one more merchant who's over here steering into Hormuz, which goes to Basra, which goes to Aleppo, which goes to Alexandria, if that all makes sense. I don't know that the guy giving enemies more gold. I mean, we could steer in Constantinople to Ragusa. Right, would that be better? If that's better, we could move him over there. We lost a general, yeah. Well, let's roll one. That's a pretty damn good general. 454? If only he had some siege pips. That'd be crazy good. Yeah, sure. So let's see, is this what you need to see-ish? Or do you need me to zoom out some more? Something like that. Click on the Basra node. So are there flags only here if they have a merchant here? Oh yeah, has a merchant here, has a merchant here. Steer from Basra to Aleppo. Okay, and so we moved the guy from Gujarat. Is that because that way Aleppo will go straight into Alexandria, which goes to Genoa? Where are all these rebels popping up? Okay, we have some rebels over here. Those guys are dead. All that money went to Russia. You're talking about the Russia, the money from over here went to Russia? Where does Russia have a merchant? I don't know if I follow exactly how the money went to Russia. But hey, that's up to 173 now. Are these guys engaged? Yeah, those rebels are dead-ish. Okay, I gotcha. To Persia. Well, to one of these guys, maybe. I think by Persia you mean Khorasan. I believe that's what you mean, at least. No, we don't want to repay that loan right now. Or you just mean it went into the Persian trade node? Oh, so it went from Basra into the Persian node, which means it goes to Khorasan or the Timurids. If you look at the trade node, the value of gold is on the smaller box. Right, yeah. So in this node, 57 something ducats is being steered out. Right, so 37 of it's coming to Aleppo now that we have our guy there, and 20 is going there. But even if we don't have the merchant here, wasn't a bunch of it still getting steered because we had a bunch of trade power in that direction? I thought. These guys actually need a general if they're about to fight. We don't want to give him this guy, so let's give him that guy. Reinforced speed. What a supremely useful thing to have. It didn't because the nation that was steering in the direction you wanted was weaker than the ones that were... So... Alright, let me see if I understand this correctly. We'll just take this example again. If I don't have a merchant here, does that mean it's potentially 37 that goes to Aleppo? But if I don't have a merchant, then it doesn't? Can I not steer without a merchant there, I guess would be the question. I always thought that whatever trade power you had, I do have a Discord. You want to hop on, I can invite you if you want to hop on Discord with me and explain it. I'm sure, yeah, sure. I'm sure a bunch of other people will have the same question, so I'll send you to this one. I have one for the stream, but I can send you to this one instead. Especially if you're a Path of Exile player. There, it's only a one-day invite, so I assume no random trolls will be joining and being annoying. And in the meantime, we'll kill some more rebels. I'll bring these guys down there. Is our fleet actually complete? Yeah, I think so.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, how's it going?
I'm very well, thank you. So to explain it, hi. So to explain, oh, sorry, I have you in stream as well. Let me just mute that.
Yeah, or else you're gonna hear me like 30 seconds later.
Exactly, that was annoying. So let's take the example you were watching on your screen. I'm just gonna bring up my own game here too, so that I get the names correctly. I saw that I was confusing you when I wrote like Russia and stuff. Okay, let's see here. So essentially, the value that you were steering from the India trade node.
Right, from Gujarat.
Exactly. So that value was going into. Let me just. It's loading, so I just gotta get the name right. Okay.
Should go into Hormuz.
Exactly, and from Hormuz, after being distilled from the people collecting in Hormuz, went forward to Basra. And in Basra, you had, I think there were 3 people pushing in different directions.
Yep. Ottomans,
And the
Khorasan, and
ones,
Timurids.
exactly, and the ones that were pushing towards Persia, they had more power than the one that was steering in your direction.
Right.
And therefore, they sort of stole your trade power and used it to push towards their trade node, since they were the dominant merchants in that node.
Okay. I think I get it. So you still steer without a merchant just from like your passive trade power?
Exactly, but it's
But
the other nation's merchants that control where that trade goes.
oh, so in
If there was no merchant at all, it would be evenly split between the two since there was nobody manipulating the trade. But if there
okay.
was only, let's say it was you in that trade node and then another person with like 1% trade power,
Mm-hmm.
if they had a merchant steering and you did not, they would decide where all of that money went
Oh, so
because they were sort of manipulating.
even though I had 59%, they would steal my 59% and steer it in their direction, even though they only have 1%.
Exactly. Because they had the most of the sort of active merchant steering.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually
Do you
really
have
good
any
to know
other
then.
questions about trade?
So the one thing that is always super confusing is like with light ships, for example, when you
Yeah.
protect trade, I've heard the tooltip is totally wrong, where it says like
Oh yeah, the tooltip is worthless. It gives you nothing.
so then how do you decide where to send your light ships if the tooltip is completely useless?
So it's sort of a feeling thing. You get it if you practice a bunch, especially if you play heavy trade nations like the Netherlands or Great Britain or
Mm-hmm.
like someone in Italy. You learn sort of where to put your trade ships.
Okay.
But if you were to, for example, send that stack of 29 light ships to Genoa, or better, even Seville,
Mm-hmm.
um, after they started protecting, you would see how much your trade ships contributed to your share of that trade manipulation, so to speak.
Right, right.
So essentially, what would happen is that it would add to the value you get from your provinces,
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. Yeah.
and and the value that shows when you hover over the send button is just some arbitrary number, completely irrelevant. I've had like 1% trade power from provinces and then sent 300 light ships and completely taken over the trade node, giving me
Mm-hmm.
hundreds of ducats. But on the tooltip, it would say like, "Oh yeah, you'll make 2 ducats from this move."
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah, I've generally just tried to pick like where do I have a merchant that I want to steer a bunch of money out of, and I'll send them there. So like in this
I mean,
example, it would be potentially Constantinople or Sevilla. Probably Constantinople because well no
you
that's
you you'll want to send them where you are contested, so to speak. So, for example, Hormuz would be Basra would be a great place to send your merchant because the other 2 nations still have quite a lot of power there,
right.
stealing your trade. So if you had, let's say, 100 trade ships there, you would take all of that gold,
Mm-hmm.
give it to yourself, and since it's multiplied for every node that has a merchant in it,
Mm-hmm.
20 gold there could turn into maybe 70 gold in Genoa.
Right, right, okay.
That's why trading from, for example, Indonesia gives you so much gold because you can steer it to Africa through the entire Americas, then back to the North Sea, Lübeck, and then the English Channel. And that way, gold gets transferred from maybe 20 to 300.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of jumps.
Yeah. And with trade ideas and like thellocracy and all the bonuses you get from having colonial nations and trade cooperations or whatever you call them, you get a bunch of merchants allowing you to multiply all your trade a whole lot.
Speaking of trade companies or whatever they're called,
Yeah.
um, Is there any like priority on building their upgrades? Like,
Oh, if you have so the naval force limit is essentially useless.
right?
Trade steering could be really, really good, and I mean, um, if you want to make as much money as possible, trade steering is the place to go.
Okay, so what I was working towards then.
With the local ventures in
Yeah.
Gujarat, yeah, that was probably the best choice to make.
I was thinking of getting the company depot too, because +4 trade power and plus 50% production efficiency. Like this one at least seemed pretty decent.
I don't own that specific DLC, so I'm just reading what I see. That seems really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you hover over the two others? I just saw.
So this is like army stuff. I don't need more force limit, and then this is tax stuff. I guess if I was gonna develop here, it would be nice because that's -7.5. I don't know if these are additively stacked or if it just upgrade. I guess it just upgrades it to 15%.
The last one in foreign influence, the one that gives you army tradition,
Yeah.
that is valuable. If you get, say, 10 of those, you get 1 army tradition every year.
Yeah.
So if you have 100 army tradition, you get 25 extra morale, excellent generals, and all the bonuses.
I was at like 99 or 98 earlier before having to overextend so much, and I've lost like at least 20 to 30 from those like officers quitting events.
That's always my target, to have as high army tradition as possible. You just crush the enemies.
Yeah, that's why I love quality and defensive so much.
Yeah, with the morale boost and discipline, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions? I don't want to interrupt your stream.
I don't think so. Not right now. Have you